Hello, hello, and welcome to another edition of Celebrating Changemakers. Today must be Nomad Day because I did an interview just a little while ago with a gentleman who is also a full-time RVer up in Central Florida. I'm in Central Florida, and I am so honored and grateful to have the wonderful Patsy Dullea, who is also a fellow nomad. Please tell us where you are today.
Oh, hi. Thank you, Cheyenne. This is a wonderful honor that you're giving me. We are right now in Carazuzu, New Mexico, or Carazozo, I think that's how you say it. And we're at the Valley of Fire rec area, and it's all lava. It was,
Ooh.
and it happened about 5,000 years ago. And when the wind dies down, we're going to go for a nice walk and we're going to check it all out. And I'll have pictures to share. It's very neat. We are right around Smokey the Bear, where he originated from. Billy the Kid's one of his last stands. And it's just there's a lot and Fort Stanton. So there's a lot of history um, that goes along this area.
Mm,
It's really
mm, mm.
exciting to be able to do this.
Absolutely. I share your enthusiasm for being the traveling, wandering. My mother calls us gypsies, but
Yeah, I would say I use that terminology too, and gypsy fits my soul. I
oh,
love
good.
meeting a lot of people. Um,
Awesome.
I mean,
Awesome.
I love home. I lived in a stationary home for a really long time, but this was our dream when we
Mhm.
got together. And just said to my husband, look at our bills. Can we do
Mm.
this and live our life as long as we can? Um, doing this?" And he looked at it and he goes, "Yeah, we can." So we started venturing.
All right. Well, I'm excited that you are following a similar path, and I'm just trying to make sure my phones are all on silence. Yes. Okay. Well, I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to learn more about what it is you do because I know you are a change maker at heart. We're here to celebrate change makers who are helping to create global impact. And hey, when you're on the road, you can do that even more. So please tell everybody a little bit about what you do and especially why you do it.
Okay, my what is I am the founder of Elevate You. It is a program of 12 pillars and it's emotional work. It's emotional pillars that I needed to instill within myself because I really had lost myself. These pillars, it's about self love, self empathy, self compassion, self forgiveness, and there's a whole lot of more selves. And the mindset and how to change up my reactionary behavior to different responses so that I can become the higher purpose self that I am. And I instilled these within me. I was a woman that was struggling, living in victim, want to blame and shame other people for the world, what's going on around me. Wasn't being accountable to my own behaviors. Um, and I lived a pretty wild life. And although I'm still a little wild, I have done it in a more genuine, authentic manner. I reach out. I first started my beta program with women, 14 women by the end of 2024, and five of them came over into my Elevate You 2 private group where it is open for anybody to join. In the mornings, I put up some type of inspirational or a hint of the day with a photo or an image to just help people keep moving along and in an action. What is it that you can do today? Think about what you can do and change. I have one-on-one program, group program. So it's meshed. On top of that, I'm an artist and a photographer. So, and I had started doing photography prior to my concussion. I had to take a break from that.
Mm.
But I'm back to doing that again and I paint. And yeah, so It's what I can do on the road because thank
Mhm.
goodness I'm utilizing this beautiful scientific global, what do you call this? Social networking,
Mhm.
that
That's it.
some people wanna down it, but
Mhm.
yet I've I've been gifted with some really great people in my life,
Mhm.
and we started doing stuff on Zoom during COVID, and I started learning more about myself and getting the self-help that I needed, and I'm like, "I really love this," and I've really always wanted to do. I mean, my dream to God was I'd love to have a building where we have a circle and we sit down, we have lunch, and we all help each other engage. And this is what I've done with this situation and possibly help lift another up. And then I had an aha moment. I'm like, well, you don't have a circle, you have a rectangle. And that's good. We have a
Yeah,
rectangle.
we do.
And so that's what I've been doing for myself. And my why is because I know what I started a new life in 14 years ago, and I know what it's like to feel stuck. I know
Mm,
what it's like to feel like my dreams are never going to come true. So why am I dreaming anymore? I know what
mm,
it's like to have suicidal ideations. And
oof,
37 years ago, suicidal attempt. And
mm,
I, if I can help another to get through a rough moment in life and guide them to where they need to go or lift them up so that they have the self love and they
yes.
have the gratitude of life and this and the faith in self and faith in humanity, that they can keep going. I would love to be able to help them and not to have to walk as long as I did. I'm sure I had many signposts
Mhm.
along the way, but if I could help somebody in their 30s or 40s instead of I was in my 50s when I got going, or in their 20s. Like I have a young gal from Africa that I work one on one with, and I have an acquaintance. We'll call her my scholarship angel.
Ah,
It's and she helped me with this beautiful young lady over in Africa, and she started a coaching program, and it's beautiful to see.
it
Um,
is.
and my vulnerability is a power tool in my
Mhm.
work. I mean, you really have to share all your stuff.
Yeah.
Get it out. Get it out. Don't allow it to hold you down. Tony Robbins says life happens for you, not to you, right?
Yes. Mhm.
And I've listened to Tony Robbins for years, and I was just grateful enough to be able to start in a coaching program from coaches that went through his teachings. And
Mm,
it's a wonderful gift
it is.
to be able
Yeah.
to serve and honor other people. And now that my husband and I are on the road, I learned that serving and honoring other people, that I can earn an income on the road
Mhm.
and still I can give away the free that I always give. But I can charge a little bit and
Yeah.
a little bit. And those are for the people I remember. I remember
Mm.
saying, I don't have the money to do that for me,
Mm.
because I'm doing for everybody else. And
Yep.
then well, yeah, I could do this, this, and this, and that way I could save the money to do that for me.
Right. Right.
And so I try to help folks even in that direction.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, a lot of
Wow.
years of experience.
Mm. Mm. Yes, and definitely, one I think, you may have heard me somewhere along the line talk about that last year we did a huge suicide prevention program. And, if we get called upon to do more of that, and we probably will, I certainly know who to go to now because, we learned in North Carolina last year that suicide is the second leading cause of death of 10 to 18-year-olds. That's horrible. That's,
That
it's like they've given up before they even have a chance to get going. So we're right there with you. I can feel your heart on all of that, and I'm with you. I say anything we can do to help more people find joy in living again. Right? That's what we really
Yeah.
want. That's how we combat suicide, is help people find that joy in living. And I'm thrilled to know that that is a huge piece of who you are and what you're about.
Yeah,
Amazing.
joy of living is a beautiful gift, in the way that I'm doing it now. It's just like, I'm free. I'm free
Yes.
from all the mental torture I did to myself, the mindset thinking that I did to myself, and allowing what others said about me to bring me down. So, I allowed so many people's words to put me to where I was at.
Yes.
And some people are saying, you made me do this, you make
Oh,
me feel, and I'm saying, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that's just not true. We grow up with these words. We are taught these words, but these words are not really truth. And I get right down into the directness of it. And to
mm,
love and embrace somebody through those moments, and to laugh and cry and celebrate, laugh and cry together and celebrate a breakthrough,
yes.
is there's nothing there's nothing like it.
It's a wonderful thing, and as I'm listening to you, I go, that's such a powerful gift to the world that you're bringing. You have the ability to help people go from being a victim to a victor. That's
Victim
amazing.
victor. And
That's
some
it.
of us, when I was in victim stance, I didn't know, but I allowed
Mhm,
myself to listen and learn and say, and then reach out to my higher power, who,
mhm.
I love on Bump. We call it Gus, God, Universe, Spirit. I love that
I love
because
it
it
too.
really encompasses everybody's spiritual connection to their higher power. And,
Mhm,
and to have a higher power in your life is very important, but to have a spiritual connection and working on that love journey that we're so heart centered,
mhm.
is what it's all about. And I think this is the big positive move for our world.
Yes.
And we are, I say we are like the sands in the hourglass. Each
Mhm.
one of us is a grain, and
Yes.
it's we make the hourglass, and we also make the world. It's our choices and our actions on how we
Yes.
move forward. So,
That's it.
and yeah, I'm writing a book right now,
Mhm.
with the help of, a publisher, and
Awesome.
it's on the pillars. So I'm really excited about that. And then my next dream is to, bring it down into a child's version, so that it
Mm,
can get into those school systems, work with people that are educated with children, so that, um, learn how to, uh, maintain the love and the
mm.
compassion, forgiveness, and empathy. And there's a whole lot more of the 12 pillars. Uh,
Wow.
but you can
Wow.
reach out to me to find out more about that.
Well, as Amos would say, you certainly are a global light, and
Oh,
I hope you continue to shine brightly for a long time because we need that experience, that wisdom that you bring to the table. We need that in so many places and in so many ways right now. So I'm always curious. One of the questions I love to ask is, and especially you're moving around a lot. I'm moving around a lot, but at the same time, do you see yourself anywhere in the future having teams that you're working with or, collaboration groups where you can be, even part of an even bigger solution for wellness and peace on earth?
yeah. It's always been my dream. When I was going through my big evolution of recovery, My therapist said, Patsy, you don't need to go back to school for anything. What you need is to learn to be a public speaker because you've got it. And so that's been my goal and that's been my dream. And all of this is just encompassing into it. I'm speaking now. I'm having a speaking engagement at this moment.
Yes, you
So
are.
yes, and joining Bump Global Bump, it's really helped. I've been asked if I would be a speaker for some things, and as a as an inspirationalist or motivator, however they want to term it, I don't care. I'll get out there, give me a topic, give me a message, and I can deliver it for you. So collaboration is very important. Prior to global, I mean, prior to the bump, I started meeting up with other coaches and
Mhm.
saying, do you want to collaborate, get together, and we'll try and see if it works. And just before I I was like the beginning of the month, I think it was, I was doing yoga at 5 a.m. in the morning on whatever time that I was with a gentleman from Australia.
Wow.
So and now I'm going to be, I'm working on collaborating one-on-one with another gal
Mhm.
with her program and a gentleman. So she's in Ohio, and
Okay.
then another gentleman from the Netherlands. And we're, yeah, so, but for a large, I'm always up for teamwork. I am a team player.
Okay.
Um, but I'm trying to put myself more out into the front versus the behind the scenes volunteer things because that's where I feel my God, my higher power, I call it my
Mm.
God of experience. That's where I believe he wants me to be. And I believe he's prepared me to this state at this time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I have to ask, how can people get a hold of you if they'd like to reach out to you for any of the wonderful things you do?
Okay. So I have a, this is kind of funny. My email is pastydelay@gmail.com. So the S and the T are switched, and I left
Tasty.
it that way just to remind me of the moment. And it's a shared moment I could do one on one with people. But the S and the T it's my dyslexic with my fingers. And I'm like, that is who I am. I'm just going to accept myself. And you know what? What a gift it was to stick with it because my email doesn't get hacked.
Okay. I love it.
Nobody can make hey Patsy, I got an email from you. I'm like, what's email? Paste Patsy Delay. I'm like, well, that's not me because mine's paste.
Tasty.
Yes, and it's me is Swift. So I just
I
stayed
love
with
it.
it, and there's a real cute kind of offline little joke that occurred during that moment, and but
Yeah.
it reminds me where I was and where I am and who I am,
There
and
you go.
not to uh, I used to bash myself a lot. Beat
Mm.
myself up for little mistakes, and it's like I walk in the words of I'm perfectly imperfect.
Ah, I
And
love it.
because I was such a seeker for perfection,
Mm.
because I was a naughty little girl and I played with matches and I had a severe burn. I mean, I'm great. I, it's mercy that I'm still here. You know,
Yes. Yes.
I am a miracle. 1965, severe burns, 45% of my body. That wasn't, I wasn't supposed to live in the eyes
Mm,
of humans.
mm, mm,
But here
mm.
I am still getting ready
Mm.
to turn 65 next month. So,
Wow. Well, congratulations on that. You are a miracle. And obviously, whatever Gus had other plans for you.
yeah, Gus. Yeah, he did. Yes, they did.
I love it. I love it. Well, my dear, we're going to wrap this up today. Do you have any final thought you'd like to share with everybody?
My thought is this. if we all think about living in love versus living in right and wrong and hate and division, we will be in a better place for each other. It doesn't mean that we're not going to have rough moments in our lives, but connect with somebody. It doesn't have to be me. You can connect with me, and I can say, I might not be able to help you in this area, but I know somebody that will. And I'll be the hound dog to be going out there looking for you just to get the right fit so that I can help lift you up. That's what it's all about, folks. To help guide and lift others. We have a world of need out there. And this isn't a money venture for me. This is a love venture so that you can be inspired and live your dreams.
There you go. There you go. A beautiful way to end this one. So thank you so much for taking time out today, Patsy. It's been an honor and a blessing to have you here. And can't wait until we see you all again on our next episode of Celebrating Changemakers. So thank you, and
Celebrate.
everybody have a great day.